Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about Invisalign with MA, which means mandibular advancement. I have a few other videos on this topic. If you want to watch them, you can go to your YouTube channel. In the space bar, put in StraightSmile Solutions. It'll take you to my YouTube channel, which has a green banner. From there, there's a little magnifying glass towards the top right. If you see it on the search bar, if you see that, put in the keyword MA, like Ma, no dots, just Ma, MA, and that'll bring up all of our MA videos. If you want to watch all about Invisalign in general, we do have a playlist on our homepage. It has over 150 videos in it. It has a ton of content. It's basically everything you need to know about using Invisalign. You don't even have to take a class because we're teaching you everything and it's free, yay. So anyways, but the question today that was asked is, when should you stop your MA case? When should you refine or stop, and what should you do at each MA appointment? It's very different than what you do at each regular Invisalign appointment. So make sure you understand the difference. So for MA, these are just my opinions from the cases I've seen. I don't know what Invisalign says. You can watch their videos on MA. What I'm telling people is, remember, what does MA do? MA is an aligner that has wings on it that helps to guide the mandible in a growing child more forward to an edge-to-edge position to stimulate the mandible to grow, to fix a class 2 mandibular deficient malocclusion. That's the point. So not only are we straightening teeth, just like we would with Invisalign, we're also growing a jaw. Of course, it's only going to work if the patient's wearing it 22 hours a day and if the patient is still growing and has growth potential. If the patient is done growing, it's not going to work, right? But it's no different than using any other type of functional appliance to grow jaws, an activator, what else? Twin block, bionator. These are things we've been using in orthodontics, nothing new, for probably over 100 years. Lots of different things. Now before that, we fixed overjets by using a headgear. You may remember this from the 60s and 70s. People used to wear their headgear to school. Think of like Pretty in Pink, you know? They wore it. There was a character that wore it. But we don't do that anymore because that's moving the upper jaw back, which impacts the airway. It's better to move the lower jaw forward. It's all about airway, guys. Anyways, back to the MA. So now that you know what MA is, let's talk about what we do at each appointment. So I've seen quite a few MA cases to completion, and I'm feeling pretty confident about it. When I first came out with it, I didn't love it. I was kind of scared of it. But now that I've seen positive outcomes, I feel much more confident about it, and I really love the product. And it's really easy for patients to wear, way more comfortable and easier with compliance just because it's comfortable than pretty much any other type of class 2 appliance out there. And it's certainly a heck of a lot healthier for the patient than a Forcis or a Mara or a Herbst or a Jasper or anything like that. So the only thing I notice when you see an MA case is I start to see a little bit of a posterior open bite, sometimes just in the middle where the wings are. That's okay because you can fix that in the refinement. Don't even stress about that. The main thing I tell doctors to do is, obviously, what do you normally do when an Invisalign patient comes in, every visit? Well, checking tracking, right? And then you're also checking bite. I usually recommend that you take a set of photos with the aligners in, slightly open, and a set of photos with the aligners out, and also a set of photos marking the occlusion with articulating paper so we can look for those posterior open bites. Again, in MA cases, I'm not that worried about that because I'm kind of expecting it to happen. But the main thing I want to do with MA cases is not only am I checking tracking, so if they get way off track, we're going to refine, but keep on the same plan, and also checking the bite. I'm looking for edge-to-edge occlusion. Obviously we don't want it to be musculature. We want it to be the actual growth of the jaw. So we want to see if there's a COCR shift. And if so, take the photos in CR. If the jaw has grown, I want to measure the difference. And if it starts to get to where we have anterior interferences, then we're going to go ahead and stop that MA portion, do a refinement, and just do regular Invisalign after that. Now you're probably going to want to overcorrect a tiny bit. So it's okay if you take it to edge or even a millimeter past edge to edge, because I'm expecting 1 to 2 millimeters of relapse on the overjet. It's just normal. These things happen. Relapse is part of the whole game. So it's okay to take it a little bit more. But if we're starting to get like real negative overjet, then we're done with the MA, done growing. I'm not worried about it. We're going to fix it. But don't take it past then. And patients' jaws grow at different rates, so you're going to see a different response. Just because the ClinCheck says one thing doesn't mean that's what's going to happen to your patient, which is why you need to check the bite at every appointment. Now, I haven't seen this issue happen yet, where we've taken it too far in any patient. So far, it's been relatively predictable, but from my experience with other class 2 appliances, functional appliances, this can happen. So that's the main thing. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you.